Vos émissions préférées, elles sont toutes sur Radio Grand Lac.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Hello, hello, and welcome back to Your English Weekly on 92.1 FM. Bonjour, chers auditeurs, et bienvenue à l'émission Your English Weekly sur le 92.1 FM. L'émission qui vous présente le meilleur de la langue et de la culture avec un peu de divertissement, bien entendu, en anglais. Je suis votre animatrice Sinead et je suis ravie d'y être ici aujourd'hui avec Tim. Hi Tim.
Hi Sinead.
Vous pouvez nous trouver à Your English Workshop à Aix-les-Bains ou le Ravoir. Et n'oubliez pas les stages pour les enfants pour primaire et collège de printemps sont ouverts pour l'inscription, soit par email ou par téléphone au 04 79 88 89 15. Donc, l'épisode aujourd'hui est de niveau A2B1 avec un contenu assez étonnant qui non seulement améliorera vos capacités d'écoute, mais qui vont vous divertir également tout au long de l'émission avec un jeune mot de Tim. Et voilà. Donc, vous pouvez nous réécouter cette émission sur YouTube, sur Radio Grand Lac 92.1 FM, le Grand Bain local. Good afternoon, lovely listeners, and welcome to Your English Weekly, the show that brings you the best of the English language. And I'm Sinead, and I'm thrilled to be here with Tim. Today's episode, Tim, is about...
It's about memories. Are they fact or are they fiction?
Oh my goodness, memories. Do you remember everything when you were younger about your memory?
Well...
Does your memory fail you like it fails me sometimes?
Interesting enough, the memory changes. It adapts.
It adapts.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're going to tell us more about that. So stay tuned in and increase the volume and make your English learning fun and unforgettable. Stay with us here on 92.1 FM. So, Tim, can you give us some vocabulary? Oh, no, before we start, tell us your pun before we start.
Oh, yes, okay. So, I did a performance on puns.
What do you mean you did a performance on puns?
Well, really, it was just a play about words.
But that's what a pun is. It's a play about words.
Very good, Sinead. You understood it this week.
I got it this week. I did. I got it this week. You're right. I don't always catch them.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you going to talk about? Memory. And I'm going to talk. Do you know what I'm going to talk about
what
today?
are you talking about today?
Well, what season is it at the moment?
It's coming by spring, isn't it?
It is spring. Le printemps. It is spring. So what happens in spring?
The flowers come out.
Yeah, and after the flowers?
The insects, no?
Yeah, exactly. Our insects are back.
Oh.
And I'm going to talk today about the horrible Asian hornets. Now, they must have some good point in our ecosystem, but I haven't found it personally. But I'm sure there is something that they must be there for. So, you know, a hornet, c'est un frelon. And do you know what we say for a wasp? In
gap.
French.
Gap, no?
Not in gap, but in gap.
Gap.
In gap. Okay. So give us some of the vocabulary we will hear today with our memories.
So memories, fact or fiction. So first of all, we'll come about retain.
Okay. So retenir.
Lack.
Lack, c'est manquer de quelque chose.
Sense.
A coherent sense.
It's a coherent sense.
A coherent sense. I don't know. A conscious.
Conscience, is it?
Conscient. Oui.
Ability.
Capacité. Hein?
Happened.
Arriver. C'est arrivé à quelqu'un ou quelque chose.
A relative.
Un proche.
Tasked with.
Tasked with. Donc, charger quelqu'un de faire quelque chose, je pose.
Trial.
OK, une étude.
He got lost.
Se perdre.
Mall.
Ah, son commercial.
And as a result.
Alors, as a result, ici dans cette dans cet document, je sais pas, fait. Okay.
Okay, and there's a disk, the hard drive.
Okay, the disque dur.
Stored.
Stocké.
Rather.
Plutôt.
And edit.
Modifié.
There we go.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so tell us about.
So this article I recently read in the Vocab book.
Okay.
And I thought it was interesting to share.
I'll put it up on the website. So if you want to listen or read this again, you can read the article on the website.
So according to scientists, we don't remember anything before the age of 3 or 4. This is known as infantile amnesia. And this reason comes down to 2 aspects of cognitive development. One, the autobiographical memory requires language. And at that age, as you know, we haven't acquired it yet. And it's harder for us to retain something when you lack the words to express it. And second, it requires a coherent sense of self. The ability to distinguish between this happened and this is happening to me. So, okay, I get that because I can't remember anything myself that age.
No, I don't remember much either, to be honest.
And it makes sense. There was a study done by this psychologist Elizabeth Loftus, a small study in 1995, and it showed that when a relative was tasked with telling a trial participant a fictional but plausible story of how they got lost.
Plausible meaning it's something that is true,
you can
more or
believe
less
in,
true.
yes. How they got lost in a mall or shopping centre as a young child. Apparently 6 out of the 24 participants developed a false memory as a result.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Okay.
So should we go around telling more plausible stories?
Bit dangerous, no?
Indeed. But this article goes into much more depth, so I've just touched the topic here.
Okay.
But so, memory or imagination. Well, the science is clear. Our minds don't function like a hard drive. Memories aren't physical things stored in the brain.
No, not like AI.
No, but rather creative reconstructions that change constantly like we do. We almost edit our past to better serve our present needs.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Very interesting.
That's very true. So going back on that, when you have a memory yourself from the past, the more times you tell that story,
the more vivid it is.
It gets, and sometimes you add details to it which might not have been there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then the next time you tell it, those details you added from the time before will be part of that story.
Okay.
So you're always making it more.
And is that when pictures come into... Do they talk about family pictures or when you were younger, etc., and things like that?
Yes, to talk about photos obviously helps us remember the date, the image, the place it was happening. But we're going to have a very different, yourself and I, memory of our childhood compared to the children now, because they have much more documentation of their memory.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, they got all the social media.
That's right.
We didn't have photos available then. We didn't have phones to take pictures of ourselves or selfies or videos.
Exactly, we didn't. You're right.
So there we go. So you're going to talk about some hornets.
What's a hornet in French?
It's a big wasp.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got wasps, which are guêpes, and you've got hornets, which are frelons.
Oh, yeah, frelons.
So, you know, listeners, at the moment, it's spring, and in spring, we know that they go to nest. As much as a bee will build its hive, a hornet will build a nest. Wow. So it's not quite the same. So today we're going to talk about Asian hornets. So sometimes referred to as yellow-legged hornet, les frelons à pattes jaunes, due to their distinctive yellow legs.
Okay.
Their jambes, their pattes. So Asian hornets are larger than most hornet species, and the queens, who are the ones who reproduce, of course, they can go up to 3 centimeters in length.
That's long.
Yeah, it is long. It's very big. That's why it's easy to recognize them. They have a dark brown or black body with yellow-orange stomach and, as I said, yellow pat legs. So the Asian hornets are very social. They live in colonies, very like other wasps or with bees as well. They typically build their nests. What is a nest in French?
A nid.
A nid, exactly. In trees or bushes. Bushes, c'est des buissons, hein? Or even buildings. They are known for being extremely aggressive, donc un comportement agressif, hein, when their nests are disturbed. Well, I suppose like if somebody gets us out of bed, it's the same. They mostly eat other insects, including honeybees, and that is the problem. So this is the concern we have, is the impact on the bee population. The reason I chose the subject. So, like other hornets, they can sting, or wasps. They can sting. What is the verb to sting in French?
Pique.
Yeah,
Piqué.
well done. Piqué. While their sting is not usually fatal to humans, mortel, it can be dangerous to people who are allergic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Asian hornets are a problem because they are a threat. What is a threat?
Right, in French.
Yeah, a menace.
A menace, okay.
Yeah, to honeybee populations as they prey on these bees. So the Asian hornets prey on. So what is prey on?
Prey,
Is attaque.
okay.
Attaquer. And they kill their hives. What is a hive in French? Le ruche.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they can kill entire hives, honeybee hives. And this is the impact, which is terrible for the agriculture or the ecosystem. As we all know, bees play a crucial role in pollination. So, how do we control them, Tim?
I think we'll have to catch them somehow.
Exactly. We have to trap them. So, the idea is to trap them, donc piéger, like with, I don't know, special traps, and to destroy them. This is quite challenging as they build nests very quickly, and their traps, we need a lot of traps to be able to catch them. But if you catch one queen hornet, you can take away 1,000 small hornets or working hornets, as we can call them. Yeah, it is a lot. So the idea is to control where we are around our houses. If you control, you can see where they are. Try to avoid outdoor lighting. Now, how do we say avoid in English or in French?
Éviter? No.
Yeah, éviter, exactly. Well, anyway, there's a lot of things that we can do and talk about with this, but for today, we just need to know that they do lay, donc ils pondent, a lot of each queen.
A lot of eggs.
Yeah, a lot of eggs, exactly. So we need to be careful with that. Overall, the production of their offspring is huge. Okay? And so tell us, just up until when can these queens, is it just spring that they can lay their eggs?
I don't know. Where did you tell me?
Well, right up until the end of autumn. So we need to keep the traps and pass. Well, Tim, we haven't got enough time to talk about all of this. So we're going to stop there for today with that. And I hope you have learned more about these horrible hornets. And Tim, thank you for sharing your memory.
Thank you.
And what have you with that. And you know, listeners, you can enjoy listening to us every week from 12:15 to 12:30. And you know, we always try to give you the perfect dose of the language and the culture to brighten your day. So don't miss out on the fun and tune back in with myself and Tim next week at 12:15. But please stay tuned for some other shows today at 5 o'clock, 1 hour, 1 commune with Gracie Sirex and Jean-Pierre. À 6:15, c'est bientôt l'apéro avec Sylvain et son équipe. Et bien sûr, le 16/9 à 19h30 with Kevin and Guillaume. Well, listeners, that's all for today. So bye to you from us at you.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Radio Grand Lac, votre radio.